Hello everyone. Welcome back to another new lesson. So, before we start, let me ask you one thing. What is the difference between opportunity and determination? Well, an opportunity is an occasion or situation which makes it possible to do something that you want to do. Whereas determination is the ability to continue trying to do something, even if it is difficult or seems impossible. So, if given the choice, what will you choose? Wait for opportunity or believe in working your way out with determination? To help you answer this question, let us read a very interesting story written by Lord Dunsany called The Reward, which discusses the same debate on opportunity and determination. Our talk at the club one day was of opportunity and determination. Some said the opportunity was required for success and millions never had it. Others that only determination was needed. And then Jorkins joined in, all for determination. If a man was determined to get anything and stuck to it long enough, he got it, said Jorkins. Anything? Asked Turbot. Anything, Jorkins replied. So long as he sticks to it and sticks to it hard enough and long enough. Anything, whatever. Turbot disagreed. Life is like a race, Jorkins went on, in which they tire after a while and sit down, or get interested in something else instead. The man who keeps on wins the race. And suppose a man wanted to be skating champion of the Sahara, said Turbot, and couldn't afford the money to get there. He'd make the money, said Jorkins, and he'd built a skating rink in the Sahara and organize a competition there. He'd be skating champion all right, if he really gives all his time to it. Skating rink is an area or a place made for skating. Could you tell us a case like that? Asked one of us. As a matter of fact, I can, said Jorkins. A very similar case. Let's hear it, said Turbot. There was a young fellow, said Jorkins, to whom his parents probably used to say the very things that we have been saying now. And very likely he, as many young fellows do, may have wanted to prove them wrong. I don't know, it was a long time ago. But whatever his motive was, he hit on a most extraordinary ambition and stuck to it. It was nothing less than to be appointed court acrobat. Hit on is a phrasal verb which means to discover or think of something. What? Said Turbot. Acrobat. Jorkins went on. To the court of the country in which he lived. What kind of country was that? Asked Turbot. Never mind what country it was, said Jorkins. And as a matter of fact, its customs weren't so silly as you suppose. They had no post of court acrobat and never had. But that didn't stop young Gorgios. That was his name. He was a good athlete when he came by his wild idea at about the age of 16 and had won the high jump and the hurdles and the 100 yards at his school. Well, there was opportunity, argued Turbot, if he was born a good athlete. But wait a moment, said Jorkins. You don't remain an athlete all your life, and he still had to get the post created. How did he do that? Asked Turbot. Simply by sticking to it, said Jorkins. He went into politics. They all do it in that country. But he went into them harder than anyone else and never gave up his ambition. Of course, he made speeches and fine ones on many other subjects, but all the while he stuck to his one idea. The years went by and the day came when he had power enough to preach his ambition openly. And he told them how the glory of their country and its ancient throne would be increased if the post of court acrobat were created. He gave examples of other courts and greater ones. Of course, many opposed him. That is politics. Of course, it took a long time. That is politics too. But as the years went by, he wore down opposing arguments, till he had taught people what a lesson it would be to all the nations to have a young athlete at court exhibiting perfect physical fitness, and how such an example would strengthen their soldiers and enable them, finally, to win the just rights of the nation in a victorious battle against their accursed neighbors. This means that one's own country is always right and its enemies are always wrong. And so the idea caught on. And to make a very long story short, the post of court acrobat was duly created. Seems as if determination does work. Gorgeous firm intent helped him reach his goal. His character is an example of determination and strength since he kept on going, despite of being turned down many times. So, what do you think will happen next? He got what he wished for, but he is not young anymore. We will find out what happened in the next part of the lesson.